You know what? There is something in the media, in television and movies, about the way that transgender women are portrayed that really bugs me. Okay? That they just do not seem to be willing to have transgender people, especially women, be just our authentic selves. That they are always trying to direct the portrayal of our community to some kind of a plot, whatever, to fit the plot of whatever the show is, in a way that doesn't always flatter us. Okay? Like, here's some examples, some different things that bug me and that I don't get. Some of the things I get, and it's offensive. Other things I don't get. Like, if you look at historically, you will see that anytime there's a trans person, any kind of male to female presentation, that's oftentimes the butt of a joke. Like, that's a joke, is they're dressing that way. And as movies have progressed and TV has progressed, it's so often the trans woman is a prostitute. Okay, so whatever trans woman is in there, but it's an actual trans woman in the role, okay, then so many times she's a prostitute. But you know what I've noticed as we've started trying to get, I guess you could say, more positive images of trans women in media and in TV, in movies and TV, and as they've started to bring up certain questions and issues regarding transition and transgender people in society and so forth, as they've started to have more serious conversations through the media about this, that in those serious roles where we're not prostitutes, they oftentimes don't choose a transgender person to play the role. Have you ever noticed that? That, maybe you'll have a trans person who the storyline is a trans woman is coming out to her friend that she's transgender. I am transgender. I transitioned. But so often, they will choose almost always a cisgender woman to play that role. Even though there are beautiful transgender women who pass and who could play the role. Okay? They will choose a cisgender woman, to play that role. Okay? Or, let's say they're having a person who is someone who's transitioning. Let's say they'll have somebody play the role of a transgender person that really doesn't pass, okay, like a non-passable transgender woman. They won't choose, again, some transgender woman for that role either. They'll choose just a straight-up man to play that role, okay? And you know what? That is so offensive. That's like when, white guys when people were wearing blackface in the early days of, film, portraying black people, instead of just having black people portray themselves. But even when it was like, oh, we can't do that anymore. Gosh, we can't do, even when it was blackface is taboo, you get into, film where there's talking and stuff already way past blackface, and you have white men playing Native Americans in movies, or maybe even just Latinos playing Native Americans in movies, saying, nobody knows the difference, instead of just getting actual Native Americans to play themselves in the movies, and there were many that wanted to, and now there are Native Americans in movies, okay? So why is it that Hollywood, that the media, the entertainment industry, hasn't figured out that it's offensive to have some other group of people, to have one group of people portray another and do it totally inaccurately. Why can't they figure that out?